is probably why Japan doesn't give a fuck about our opinions.
No, it's because you said Big Mom has WAP. You can walk right into that.
You know, he's absolutely right. If they heard that, they're like, yeah, no, we made the right call. Fuck them.
Yeah.
But you brought this topic up earlier, and I wanted us to dive into it more because, like, I mean, I'd be honest, I didn't really know that.
I feel like it's a big misconception, like that maybe just, I feel like it's people kind of like thinking like, oh, like it's popular here, like, you know, it matters. And like, if we don't like it, then why are they doing it? But like, you have to think about it in the broad like sense, right? It's all coming from Japan. Japan is its own country, right? They have their own people, and that's where all this stuff originated from, right? Like anime was not popular in America at the same time as like it started around over there, right? So the fact that it's gotten this big now is great, and I love that because we're getting so much more content and a lot of like really interesting stories and things like that. But it doesn't necessarily matter if it does super well outside of Japan, because Japan is its prime like market, right? It's their main target audience, and if they're liking the content that they do, whatever, like that's kind of what dictates it. So yeah.
The perfect example for that is the My Hero Academia villain arc. We loved that shit over here.
Yeah.
But apparently the Japanese fandom, they didn't like it. So he rushed through it. What we got was apparently him trying to get that shit closed up quick. Because people didn't like it over there.
Right.
So when it boils down to things like our opinion over here, what's popular over here, none of that matters. Black Clover being popular.
Dude, I was just about to say that. Yeah. You know, we're all for the demons, devils. Fuck yeah. Bro, they don't play with that shit very much. That's why that's why it's not in the main shonen magazine anymore, and it's gonna be in which one?
Oh man.
It's still shonen, but it's not the Shonen Jump magazine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like its own.
Yeah, it's like a separate
like a subsection.
Yeah, it's like, so Shonen Jump has the Jump magazine, but then they have like other like branch off ones where they can publish more like risque stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're not as popular, but I mean.
So it's still considered shonen, just like maybe like not.
It's still published by Shonen, just not put out on Shonen Jump.
Wow, I had no idea about that. Well, whenever you were talking about that, it also reminded me, like, back when I was watching, or when Dragon Ball Super was coming out, right? I remember watching a lot of videos and, like, people talking about it in the community and stuff. And, like, obviously Dragon Ball Super is not as edgy, is not as mature and adult as, like, Dragon Ball Z was, right?
Yeah.
Very, very different audience, I guess, is, like, what I'm trying to get at. Like, that's what makes the difference, right? Because people got used to like the grown-up Goku and all that stuff, right? And at the time, like, that's what was really popular. But now it also depends on the time slot that they're in Japan. I remember one guy talking about, like, kind of explaining why Dragon Ball Super was so much more like kid friendly, if you want to put it, and why there was significantly less blood and like all that stuff. Like, yeah, there's action and stuff, but like Dragon Ball Z was significantly bloodier than Dragon Ball Super. Dude, right?
Dragon Ball Z, you could see Vegeta's foot through the back of Android 19.
Bro, they like remember God.
That's funny as
Like, remember like the Dr. Gero thing with Yamcha, bro? That was brutal.
Oh no, Yamcha's been Yamcha'd.
Well, yeah, like all that, and we really did not get anything like that level of intensity in Dragon Ball Super, but that's because the time slot it was in, bro. It was their Sunday morning. Yeah, it was their Sunday morning time slot. Like, that's when kids are waking up to watch TV. That's like the equivalent of us waking up on Saturday mornings to watch like
Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, like the cartoons that we watched as a kid. So obviously they are going to do it to benefit the time slot that they have and do really well with that audience, the kids that are watching it, right?
Damn, that's fucking... Oh, wow.
I know. I never even thought of that. But like when this guy explained it, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense, right? Like, no wonder it was so different. And it's not because like they don't care about what we think, right? Because obviously we all prefer the more mature style of Dragon Ball, but it's doing better in Japan in that time slot in that style because of the people that are watching it.
That's why Gigi didn't do that good.
Gigi what now?
Wow.
It picked up the time slot right after Dragon Ball Super. It was an anime. Right after Dragon Ball Super ended, there was an anime that picked up. It was called Gigi. Okay? That's serious.
Literally.
Okay.
Okay.
It was very, very edgy. kind of, Monster of the Weekish, Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach-esque kind of vibe.
Like
But
it was childish, but it was really edgy.
It was really edgy.
Oh, okay.
So to replace that time slot of Dragon Ball Super,
It's not.
dude, and like this came out fucking like 4 or 5 years ago, and we haven't heard shit.
I haven't heard shit about it.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I would assume something took over that time slot, but you just never really think about what it is. And I
Oh
don't.
no, yeah, we knew exactly what it was.
Wow.
We watched it.
Yeah, we watched it for like 4 weeks, and we were like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
No.
Wow.
It wasn't it.
Yeah, but no.
It's what Jujutsu Kaisen Jujutsu Kaisen turned out to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just feel like that is like bringing that up. It made that's a good comparison, right? Like a good example of like why they don't care. I guess
About us,
about
yeah,
what other
because
people
shit just drops here whenever, and then it just plays. And I don't give.
like America is not the world. We're just America. We like what we like, but we're not even creating that stuff.
Yeah, and us just watching it, I'm sure that only makes so much money for them. Even if it's like an entire country just watching something, there's only so much money they get.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure the only thing that really gets them is like they're like, oh, okay, they're buying our manga over there.
The merchandise, bro. It's the merchandising that makes them the
merch.
most money.
Yeah.
And bro, you know that they are like, they're pushing that
Women in
as
the money.
much as they can, right? Especially in Japan, kids buy toys, bro. So if all the kids in Japan are buying all your merchandise like that, they're doing something right in their eyes, right? It doesn't really matter if like us as like 20-something-year-olds are enjoying it, because obviously we can enjoy whatever we want. It's not kid cartoons, but we're not gonna go out and buy like toys. We buy figures, and like that's kind of the same thing, but like it's not at the same level, I feel like, as like buying kids these toys and all this other type of merchandising, right?
Bro, I remember as a kid, Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, and then Sailor Moon. They were like the biggest things, right? Yu Yu Hakusho started coming out later, but I remember buying and asking my parents, can I get that Dragon Ball Z toy, please?
Yup.
Please, I want that Vegeta. I want that Piccolo.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get those card packs?
Yeah.
The amount of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I made my mom buy, I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
No, I still have them actually.
I'm just sorry I didn't keep all the Pokemon cards.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like sorry about. Like, I'm sorry, Mom, that I made you buy me all those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I didn't keep them. We would have so much money right now. Okay, hold on.
Okay, let's not dwell on that. I'm gonna get sad.
Hold on. Now, can I make a statement as to why Japan should probably give a little bit of a shit?
Sure.
Because then you get Americans fucking up classics like those dickheads with 4 kids.
But they paid for rights and licensing agreements and stuff.
Damn it. And Oda should have looked into the fucking nonsense they were putting out, because God damn
Bro,
it. I'm sorry.
It was the 90s. Like, you gotta think, at that point, One Piece wasn't even that far in what was going on.
True.
Like, he probably had no idea that the series was gonna be as crazy as it is, or as serious as it is now.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a roadmap, but there's no way he could have expected it to like
become the biggest anime / manga in the world.
Yeah, like the style of anime was very different in the 90s and early 2000s as it is now. You can't really compare it. Like, you could do slower paced stuff back then because like that's kind of how it was.
Dude, the like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach, they would not hold up in the current like state of what anime and manga is right now.
Absolutely not.
Slow paced. Its animation would be off. There'd be too many issues with it. People would overanalyze it. Like, we are so critical of anime nowadays.
Yeah,
it wouldn't hold up.
Yeah, I think nostalgia plays a big role in that. Like, obviously we prefer that kind of stuff because we grew up with it, right? So we don't really mind it taking longer and like the pace being slower because we appreciate different things than the people that are watching it today are, right? Like, for example, Jujutsu Kaisen, their pacing is insane, right, for their first season. Same with like My Hero, same with Black Clover, but like
same with Demon Slayer.
They're picking up on those trends that are popular now. It would be really different if they did like the pacing that Dragon Ball Z did in the 90s, they wouldn't do anywhere near as good.
It goes both ways. That
Hakusho,
shit
bro.
would not translate well in this time, but the shit that's putting out now would not translate well back then.
Absolutely.
Fuck no.
Yeah. So it's just like the changing of like time periods, right? And you got to be able to like, to be successful, you have to be aware of those trends and you have to, you know, make those decisions for your show. And some of it might work, some of it might not. Very clearly, the faster paced, you know, animation and like, you know, very crisp looking fights and stuff are doing better than like taking your time with the story, you know, and like certain characters and stuff. And that's not to say that like you only have to make like big, you know, fight heavy shonen to be successful, because very clearly like shows like Spy Family, Dress Up Darling, they're doing really well too in different genres, but it's not the same. It's still a different pacing.
I love the weeb that he's turned into.
What the hell did you
No,
do
fuck
to
that
me?
shit, bro. I want my instant gratification.
Yeah, you know what? No, that's true. I want right here, right now.
No, you got
Thank
blue
us.
balled like a motherfucker.
Dude,